Okay, guys. Yeah, contrary to popular belief, I do not taste the glue. I may sniff it, but anyway, 125 rods here, of course. We'll get Chrome Motorcycle Guy out here. He's on his green beer can, and I got to redo his hat there. His chrome is coming off, and I want to do a shout out to Paul at Styrene Relics there. Paul, I hope you're doing okay there, buddy. Hang in there. You're working through this stuff, and that's always a good sign, right? Okay, so what do we got going on at the Rods shop? All right, I'm going to do a little different today. I'll do the car stuff first, and then I'll do the trains. Then that way, you guys that aren't into trains can just skip through and go on to the rest of your Sunday. All right, I got my shipment in from Spotlight Hobbies, and against my better judgment, I decided to try a resin body. This is the guy that I chose. That's really cool. It's not as cool as say like a 51 panel, but it's pretty cool. There is one spot, I got a bubble right there, you can see. But other than that, it's pretty good. From what I've read and learned about these resin bodies, in order for the paint to stick, you have to really clean the crap out of these. Apparently, from what I read, this guy, and now I forget what I read because I'm losing my memory here. But if I recall, the guy scrubbed the model really, really vigorously, and I forget what he used to clean it with. But when you order one of these, they'll give you instructions on how to clean it, which is probably really important. You don't want to keep resanding and painting this, is my guess. So a couple thoughts there. If you look, here's the 49er. Like wheelbase is spot on, right? Look at that. You could probably get away with, you may have to trim that chassis a little bit. There's another Ford out there, I think it's a 56 or something, that I'm toying with. Either the 49er I'll use or the 56 chassis. 56, I like the idea because it's already, dragged out kind of thing. It's got the great motor and the scoops, the awesome scoops and everything. So we're probably leaning that way. And I also got an order in for somebody had mentioned in my comments that paddy wagon, and yeah, this is going to be. They guessed it. It's going to be my paddy wagon, my version of my own built one, and I did get an order in for the. There's a vending machine street rod show car. I think I'm gonna use that bottom end. Throw out the vending machine part and use this, and I think that'll get me where I want to be with that, without having to pay $70-$80 for a paddy wagon, right? So we got that going on, and I'll get you guys up here, get my hands in the way there, and there was something else that I was interested in my my thing was, what is my favorite hand painted model? And I don't know. I really I really couldn't tell you what my favorite hand painted model would be. Right? You know, I don't know. Um, Probably one that has every every single body part on there chopped, and I'm not kidding. Um, that would probably be one of the criteria, I guess, in my book, right? Um, but I don't know. Yeah. So let's move on to the trains. Okay, guys, this room is a mess because, believe it or not, I'm reorganizing it, and that's why it's a mess. We worked on the tunnel here. See, we're doing the bottom edges. We're finally we're patching up some holes that we missed. You know, we're kind of putting an edge on there. There's another hole I got to patch up. A couple holes there. But yeah, see, there's a patch there. There's a patch there, and then we'll what we'll do is we'll paint the patches, and then I'll spray a clear over it, you know, and then it'll be ready to, you know, maybe I'll put a couple bushes on there. I got to put some dirt and stuff to make it look more realistic there. And the other project we've been working on, this guy, my favorite train when I was a kid. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to save him. I tried very good. I lost a spring on his motor. Let's see, I'll show you guys. If I can get this open. Here, let me set you down. Okay, so he's in a box here. But, yeah, I lost a spring to the holes the brush is on, right? And I don't have a spare, so as you can see there, I made one out of a pin that was working pretty well, a sewing pin. And like I said, I rewired it a little bit, and it just wasn't running hardly at all when I first got it. And then once I did my modifications there, it ran, but you know, that motor is just too old. It wouldn't have even had enough power to pull a couple cars, right? And then it kind of all came apart on me there at the armatures and stuff. So, and then I saw a little puff of smoke there. So I said, well, we're not going to use that motor anymore. So I'm going to wait and get another, see if I can get another motor that will fit that engine, because I want it to be kind of somewhat original, right, guys? And then in the meantime, I got a new engine in. There you go. He's kind of loud. That first one there, the F7, took him all apart. He was barely running. And I cleaned him up. I actually glued the motor in on that one, and I made everything really, really secure. And much to my surprise, once I started it back up and cleaned up everything, this guy turned into a race car, basically. And compared to my other locomotives, I only have to have like maybe a 1/16 of an inch of throttle to get this guy going. And he could probably run circles around any of my engines. But the downside is he's kind of loud. You know, back in the day, they weren't very quiet. So as you can tell, he's pretty loud. Also got my Markland passenger car. Well, I think it's a Fleischmann really, but it's hooked up to my Markland engine. And as soon as I get the rest of my track, I can get that one going. And I decided that, let me turn this guy off here. I decided that I'm going to do away with the train station that I had simply because this layout is so small. I think my idea is going to be go with really small buildings and stuff to get more detail and fit more on here. So now I'm either going to make a small train station or I'm going to buy a kit if I can find one that I like. And so that'll be the plan. Um, so that's it with the train layout. All right, guys. Happy Sunday and enjoy the Daytona 500 there.